In this episode of SV Tenga, we decide against baby steps, and for our first sail with Tenga, we attempt a nearly 1,400 nautical mile non-stop voyage from Gibraltar to Greece, with some surprises along the way.
Last time we told you guys about the 2 months we spent near Gibraltar Rock in southern Spain, getting Tenga ready for a dream come true, a 5-year circumnavigation.
Scott and Tenga both hailed from San Francisco, so before we left we raised the stars and stripes. We were both nervous and excited when we rounded Gibraltar Rock and entered the open seas.
It's our first sunset. Warm Mediterranean summer. Mia's on watch.
Being on watch entails that you make sure Tenga is happy and content, and more importantly, make sure we don't get run down by big, fast container ships. Sailing isn't always what you expect it to be. The first couple days of what we hoped would be an exciting sailing adventure ended up being calm seas and motoring boredom, as you can see from the look on our faces. The boredom got so bad, we even started sewing, or what sailors call whipping lines.
Boredom quickly turned into excitement when we got some unexpected visitors. No matter how many times we saw dolphins, I would always run to the bow to see what these beautiful animals were up to. Seeing dolphins and other sea life is an amazing experience, but sadly their home is becoming more and more polluted, even to the point where there is expected to be more plastic than marine life in the oceans by 2050. So in addition to our goal of sailing around the world, one of the major aims of this trip is to examine ways that we, and maybe you, can reduce our impact on their home. We will start with measuring certain impacts we have with our own little self-contained home. The cleaning products we use on board, the trash produced, the CO2 emitted through fuel consumption, and the solar power generated. All with the aim to find ways to reduce our ecological footprint.
The original plan was to head up to Ibiza, Spain, and cut across to Sardinia, Italy. The forecast said that the wind was better off the coast of Africa. The forecast was right. We finally put up the sails and turned the smelly diesel engine on. All of that sailing excitement tired Mia out. The daytime watch schedule kind of fell apart.
Even though we knew about the refugee crisis in the Mediterranean, it had a much stronger impact seeing the search and rescue messages requesting that we keep a lookout for refugee boats in distress. Since 2014, almost 17,000 refugees have died in the Mediterranean in such incidents. This was especially powerful for Scott, whose family escaped post-war Vietnam by boat as political refugees. It took them 13 failed attempts before they got out, and Tenga herself is named after the island where they spent 16 months awaiting acceptance to the United States. In the span of 24 hours, we saw more than 6 such search and rescue messages, highlighting once again how lucky we are to have grown up in a first world country and to have been lucky in our careers.
After almost a week, we hit the magical 1,000 nautical mile mark on Tenga as we went around the southern tip of Sicily and began the final stretch across the Ionian Sea towards Greece. Here, we had some of our best sailing, hitting 8.5 knots over ground. Eventually, the night watches, lack of sleep, and confinement on a sailboat drove us all a bit crazy. Here, I'm reenacting how Mia cooked with her 5 a.m. watch
What are you
the night
doing,
before,
Scott?
aka not too well.
Yeah, right now. I'm so tired. You take my watch. I'm so tired. I'm physically dying from the tiredness. Yeah, dude.
With the favorable winds, we made it across the Ionian Sea quite quickly, and soon we got to raise the yellow flag to announce our desire to take into Greece. In 8 days and 1,400 nautical miles, we had reached Zakynthos in Greece. Not bad for our maiden voyage.
Tune in next time as we explore shipwrecks on the beach, amazing bays with our new crew, Andrew and Caroline, and get excited about booze.